Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the NERDWatch podcast. I, of course, am G Money, here on another lovely Tuesday evening right here in the heart of Wailuku Town on the beautiful island of Maui in the great state of Hawaii. And we are here to talk about all things nerd, all things pop culture, and all things NERDWatch. So, before I get started, let me introduce the crew. Very small crew tonight, but you know what? That's okay. First off, he is the comic book artist extraordinaire. He is the creator of Disco Thunder Grooveball, Mohawk Thunder, the Milkman always delivers, and of course his perennial work, the Kukui Project. He's working on the newest issue right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Hawaiian Salted Superman. It's Todd Bernardi.
Hi, Greg. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Todd Bernardi. How are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
All right. Well, listen, I'm so glad you could join us. You are our Howley is. So it's
I don't do any music.
No, well, your drawings could be considered quite lyrical.
Okay.
Huh? You can do that, right?
Yeah.
Hey.
If you want to stretch.
Yeah, that's not a stretch.
Yeah, kind of.
We can do that. All right. Also joining us this evening, he is the chairman of the Comic Book Board. He is the godfather of comic books. He is also the sinister minister of Maui Comic-Con and the self-proclaimed comic master. He's freaky. He's deaky. And ladies, he's definitely leaky. And his bevvities can be quite streaky. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Dr. Freaky Daddy and Leaky! No? Well, listen, it's true. Anyway, so glad you could join us tonight. It's just, as Bill Withers would say, just the three of us. So we can do it tonight. Well, before we get started and talk about all things nerd, which isn't much, by the way, it's kind of a slow week. Let's get right into what's important. Let's get right into what is happening in the world of comic books. Let's find out. Of course, we're going to find out what's new this week in the world of comic books. But I do want you to know that we are simulcasting on Facebook at facebook.com/NERDWatch, on YouTube at NERDWatch Nation, and on Twitch at NERDWatch 808. That's NERDWatch 808 on Twitch. You guys can comment in the chat at any time. Murphy Milburn, yes, that is right. Streaky. That's exactly what I said. His bevvities can be quite streaky. And
you would know, Greg.
And leaky. See, they're there. But anyway, let's get right to it, shall we? Let's find out. By the way, you can comment in the chat just like that. We'll see you live. We do broadcast live every single Tuesday night, and of course, you can catch the podcast on all of your favorite podcast aggregates on Tuesday night or Wednesday. So make sure you guys tune in for that. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's find out what's new this week in the world of the comic books.
All right. Amazing Spider. I'm sad Phormat's not here for this, but amazing.
I know
Spider-Man.
you're gonna say it. Wait. You're gonna say it, aren't you?
Yeah. Do you have a sound queued up? What kind of sound?
Whoa. Wait. Hang on a second. I can't believe this day has come. All right, hang on. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, he made it. Ladies and gentlemen, he is our Man in Black. He is the man who does magic in his pants and with cards. So please say hello to our gaming guru. It's Phormat.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Phormat, I am so glad you're here because Alika was about to do a monumentous announcement.
It's going to be a very nice announcement.
Are you sure? Because I'm ready for this.
Oh, it's going to be nice.
Right.
Amazing Spider-Man number.
You gotta go with it.
69.
Oh, finally.
Yes. Amazing Spider-Man 69, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my
Unbelievable. We made it. Oh, Phormat, we made it.
In this issue, Spider-Man goes down on Catwoman, right?
We're the real winners here.
Nice.
Black Cat.
I agree.
He goes down on Black Cat.
Nice.
For sure. Well,
Sure.
can you tell us what consists of the Amazing Spider-Man 69? I'm so excited. I never thought this day would come.
I've got no idea. It's probably just some kind of filler issue.
Yeah, filler, all right.
Yeah, filler.
Eddie
Right?
and his super spy sister Teresa Parker dig to uncover the Chameleon conspiracy. Their investigation is challenged by Chance, Jack-o'-lantern, and the foreigners, and
They're
and the foreigner.
They're in the middle of the Chameleon War right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, no one's going down on anybody, so that's kind of boring.
Nick Spencer's the writer.
All right. Well,
you don't know what's happening between the panels. Don't you remember that James Gunn classic, Super? You don't know what's going on between those panels. Can I read the rest of the comic list, or is that done?
Murphy in the chat says, "LOL, you people are ruined, and I love you still." Well, thank you, Murphy, because we love you too.
I am constantly referring to Greg as the imperfect vessel.
That's what I've been sent on this earth to be, Alika.
Yeah.
Anyway, get to your list, sir. I'm super excited.
Perfection. There is zero. Yeah.
Phormat came in at the perfect time. I was so excited. I can't wait to hear this back.
Ascender number 16.
Yeah.
Are you gonna cheer for that one, Todd?
Well, I've got to, right? I mean, it's my favorite book.
Bitter Root number 14. Black Hammer Reborn number 1. Black Hammer is a really well received. Jeff Lemires wrote that universe, right? And
yeah.
It's with DC multiple times. People love it. Captain Marvel number 29.
Ooh. We have 40 issues before we get to the important one.
Gannon's cocktail book is coming in tomorrow.
Ew.
Oh, sorry, next week.
Gross.
Cocktail book?
Yeah, cocktail.
Nice.
Gamma Flight number 1 of 5. As I was reading that, I was picturing Grandma Flight, like a team of grandmas. I think I'd be more down for that, but
pretty interesting.
Gamma Flight number. That's like a.
What would it be? It's just like what? Aunt May.
Madam Web. Madam Web's old. She's old lady.
Is she a grandma though?
I don't know if she's a grandma. I don't know. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Guardians of the Galaxy number 15. Heroes Return number 1. So they're basically
officially back.
They're following the exact same naming convention as the year 2000 blockbuster crossover Heroes Reborn.
The record-breaking.
Record-breaking. Big shout out to Carl who's in the chat. Carl, you missed it. Big announcement. You're gonna have to re-listen to the podcast.
He's a big Spider-Man fan too. It's very nice. It's very nice. Marvel's Voices, Pride number 1. That'll be a fun one. Let's see. Reptile. I don't know how to pronounce that Marvel character that's like part Velociraptor. It's basically the word reptile without an E at the end, however you want to say that.
Todd would know. He loved Marvel Comics.
Silk number 4 or 5. Something is Killing the Children number 17.
They're still dying.
Yeah, something's killing them.
Something's
Universe.
still killing the children.
Yeah.
That'll be
the name of that book already.
Spawn Universe number 1. Yay!
Spawn Universe. All right, sweet.
68 more to go.
68 more to go.
It's got Chief Spawn on the cover.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ongoing, issue 118.
Who doesn't love
Nice.
Spawn?
Spawn. Way of X number 3, part of the the Hellfire Gala series, and Web of Spider-Man number 205, and Wolverine 13, also part of the Hellfire Gala. And
I think that they missed an opportunity there with Spider-Man. I mean, Web of Spider-Man. What was it called again?
Web of Spider-Man.
Web of Spider-Man. That should have been number 69. Don't you think?
Yeah, just number that for no reason. Good call.
Yeah.
X-
Polar Knights in the chat says, "Sweet, it's like the perfect evolution of beards."
Pretty much, yeah.
Fair enough. Thanks, Polar Knights. That's great.
And the last book on the list, X-Men Legends number 4, and that's your comic book list.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is your comic book list from our good friend and fellow nerd, Alika. Thank you so much, Alika, for the comic book list. You can find those comic books every single Wednesday for New Comic Book Wednesday at Maui Comics and Collectibles in the heart of Wailuku Town. Yes.
Also, just reminding you that I've gotten the other issues up to issue 5 for Batman Fortnite, the 0 Point crossover. So I have issues 1 through 5 up at the shop. And
are you selling those still? Are those good sellers still?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe I have to restock on them already, I guess. But last week I put some up there. There still should be up to issue 5 there. And issue 6, I think, is coming out in the next week or so. So then we'll have the whole 6-issue series.
Fantastic. So listen, Alika, before we get off the comic books, anything new in the world of comic books that we should know about? Any new distribution deals? Anybody going down the tubes? Are we good?
Well, we just recently did the Bad Idea Final 5.
How'd that go, by the way? Did that go well?
Oh, terrible. Todd was in tears. It was awesome. It was like a thing. It was a whole thing.
I'm still quietly weeping about it.
Yeah, I can see you rubbing your butthole. Your butthole's up there.
Yeah.
So the final 5.
I did that for you.
Did you reach your limit?
Well, there's 10 stickers, right? So
right.
There was one person waiting outside to get one, and then and so he definitely got one. And then we filled up with phone calls and stuff when people came in. But basically, it was a pre-order event, and I still have openings for subscribers who want to get on. But the day after the pre-order event, which was for 5 titles, 15 comics total, blind order, $120 retail price, and a lot of people did it. So they announced those titles. There's 5 books coming out. One of them's like The Pirate Life, and just more stuff to expect from Bad Idea. They're actually good comic concepts. Stuff you want to see done.
Carl in the chat says, Alika, do you still have Usagi Yojimbo with John Murakami art?
That sold out immediately, and I'm trying to get more copies back. I didn't know John's art was going to be in that issue, so I usually just have for the subscribers and a couple on the side. But yeah, that's gone now. I don't even have a copy for myself. So I'm hoping Diamond can fulfill a back order, but for some reason I think this is like a pretty popular issue just nationally. I don't know if it's just because of John's art, which is worthy of it, but Usagi Yojimbo has been gaining so much popularity lately. It's hard. Like if you go look at eBay on vintage Usagi stuff and even collected hardcovers and omnibus and stuff, those things are just going crazy in price right now. And the Netflix show hasn't even come out yet. So we'll see what happens as the show approaches.
Well, maybe if someone in this room right now knows John Murakami, maybe someone in here could reach out to John and ask if he happens to have an extra copy or two.
But he doesn't get those, shipped direct unless he got some comp copies. But I
Listen, stop poo-pooing the idea of talking to John. We know John. We like John.
By all means, talk to John, but just
Todd, I'm putting you on that. That's your assignment. Could you talk to John?
Really? That you were talking about me? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Put him on. Big shout out to Bronzebeard 808 with the I don't know what the hell that is.
That's a lady waving.
Oh, got it. A lady waving. Hi, love you. Anyway,
Gross.
I should have said something about the Usagi Yojimbo.
Yeah, you should have. And I don't know why you didn't, Todd.
I feel like I let the whole island down.
You definitely let us down for sure. Listen.
I take full responsibility.
Before we get into Loki and all this other things, before we get into some news, we do have to talk about something. Last week, as you all know, Todd Bernardi started a petition on change.org. All right. Todd Bernardi started, he wanted to make sure that you knew that we were all for Batman going places he's never gone before. Okay? Now, or maybe he has, but unknowing, we haven't known it. You can actually, the change.org is on is on our NERDWatch page. Number one. Number two, I do want to say that I feel slighted by comic book resources that Todd's petition from the NERDWatch was not in the news like some other person's petition called "Let the Bat Eat the Cat," which I think is not fair because I think Todd's was before his was, but I don't want to. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just upset.
I'm not. I think it's such an important movement, and I'm not going to compete with other people as long as people are aware of the issue.
Yeah.
They understand it, and they fully support getting Warner Brothers to change their minds about it. I don't really care who came first.
Can I ask you a question, Todd?
Yeah.
What inspired you to do this petition?
Well, it's a very sensitive subject. I think, everybody's got their personal reasons for thinking, that Batman should do what eventually I'm sure he's going to do. And I think that a lot of people feel the same way. I think that a lot of people don't want to live in a world where Catwoman is just unhappy. She should be happy. She should be satisfied.
She's villainous. I don't think her happiness is deserved.
No. She absolutely needs she deserves a reward.
And I have a question for everybody in this room right now. Does Batman? We don't have to get explicit, but does Batman do it with or without the cowl?
Well, the reason that he's uncovered from the nose down is so that he can do it.
Oh, interesting! Yeah. I didn't know that was the reation why. Okay, got it. Okay, that's fair. But what I'm asking is,
Bob Kane actually explained that to Stan Lee. In that interview they did together.
There's actually a vibrating attachment that attaches to the chin.
Yeah.
Just for
Did
her.
Bill Finger have anything to do with that at all? Guys?
Well, he probably had a knuckle. He had a knuckle or two in there, I think.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Anyway, speaking of knuckles, Harley Quinn is one of DC's most popular characters, and her starring role has extended beyond comic books and into movies, as well as her hit HBO Max animated series. Now, Harley's multimedia adventure comes full circle as Harley Quinn, the animated series, gets a comic book sequel to the show's second season finale meant to fill in the time before the upcoming third season. Get this, written by Bingo Love, writer T. Franklin with art from Max Sarin, the 6-issue limited series will be titled Harley Quinn, the animated series, The Eat, Bang, Kill Tour. Arriving in September, the Eat, Bang, Kill Tour, number one, may land right around the same time as Harley Quinn, the animated series, season 3, which is expected to premiere on HBO Max late this year. As is implied by the title, Harley Quinn, the animated series, The Eat, Bang, Kill tour follows Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy as they abscond following the events of Ivy's disastrous failed wedding to Kite Man, indulging their own long simmering romance on a journey to, well, eat, bang, and kill their way to freedom. You can look forward to that. I guess DC may not have been all in for Batman, but they're all in for Harley and Poison Ivy. I guess some wishes do come true for some of you.
Harley needs her vegetables.
It's true. I mean, yeah, it's quite just like I said last week. Well, Carl's absolutely right. What about the pointy ears?
At least the bean, right?
Yeah.
The legume. Yeah. I'm so glad that the comic book industry is all on board for this, for anybody except for Batman.
This is an important debate for the ages. I want to hear everybody. I need an Excel spreadsheet matrix of every character and how they operate.
I can't imagine that. I think that the only people that are happy that Batman doesn't do it are comic skaters.
Hey, first of all,
well, like he's one of ours.
Yeah.
First of all, it is true. Batman does pass the purity test, quote unquote. But if the animated film The Killing Joke is any indication, Batman will sleep with anybody. So, right?
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, so I wanted to get that news out first because it was very, very important. And now we can kind of put this to rest. Even though Batman may not be going south for the winter, Harley might be. So, for those of you that had loved DC Comics and love this kind of thing, you're in luck.
I bet if Harley ate a potato, she would know it was a potato.
Okay, why don't you shut up, Todd? I know what you're talking about. We went out to dinner last night, and that was not a potato.
It was a potato.
It was not a potato. Nope, it was not a potato. Anyway, listen, that's regardless. Okay, next time we're gonna do a live podcast from there, and I'm gonna shoot pictures of the non-potato. Okay.
I bet it was a Poison Ivy potato.
Anyway, listen, speaking of DC, as they say, I think it is time that we share some very cool, a very cool trailer if you have not seen it. DC, with the help of James Gunn, has decided to release an early access trailer that they called Early Access Trailer Do Not Share. And I think we're going to play it right now. This is for the new August 6th release of the latest Suicide Squad movie. So I'm going to go ahead and play that now. If you guys haven't seen it, that are listening and are watching, here we go.
Robert Dubois. He's in prison for putting Superman in New York and Night Bullet.
I'm not joining your Suicide Squad.
Idris.
We'll see.
My court date is coming up. And Miss Waller said maybe you could help me out.
You're flexing in my door!
Everyone stand down.
Miss Waller, I don't
Like it.
That was good.
I wouldn't take such extreme measures if this mission went more important than you could possibly imagine. Are you in or out? Good. Let's meet your team.
It's okay, I'm not okay.
Each member is chosen for his or her own completely unique set of abilities.
I need to feel the raindrops on my head, on my head.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. That's show number 2.
Good to know.
Is this thing a dog?
A dog? What kind of dog do you think it is, mate?
I'm gonna go with Afghan hound.
Oh my god, is it a werewolf?
Yo, they sent me this for a werewolf! Yo, let me out! Hey, he's not a werewolf, okay? He's a weasel. He's harmless.
I mean, he's not harmless. He's killed 27 children, but, you know.
Your mission is to destroy every trace
Whoa.
of something known only as Project Starfish.
That's weird.
Starfish? This is slang term for a butthole. Is there any connection?
No.
No. All right. Let's get it. This is
Suicide. Well, that's kind of our thing.
I'm a superhero!
Where's my dad?
I want to get you out of real life.
I'm going to get you out of here alone.
Oh, I love Idris Elba. He's a great actor.
Oh man, we need more scenes with Soldier Boy.
What do you got?
Bird.
Now, stay off the comm.
How is it possible? And here's my thing. How is it possible that the trailers for this Suicide Squad are better than the entire movie of the original Suicide Squad? Don't get it.
I think it's interesting that they actually put the director of Guardians of the Galaxy on a DC movie.
That's probably why.
What is that? You think is that what it is? You think that's? I think that does have something to do with it. I think James Gunn is a very talented writer, and I think he's probably responsible for the script for sure.
But it's DC. DC is very like you keep your Marvel stuff over in your corner.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Wait, I thought that. I mean, he got the movie because he got canceled, and then they brought him back.
Well, technically, he got the movie after he was uncanceled, and then Marvel didn't want to touch him, but DC picked him up.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. So I guess my ultimate question is, number one, I still don't understand why Will Smith didn't come back. I'm not complaining. I'm just curious.
Because he's got what is it? His superhero movie. What is it?
Hancock?
Yeah, Hancock. He's got the Hancock sequel coming.
Oh, does he?
No.
Well, I tell you what, that was. I will say this much. I thought that Suicide Squad trailer was very well done. I thought that I'm looking forward to it. We only have about just a little over a month to wait now, and I like the way it's going. I think, and it was nice for them to share that initial I should say not initial, but the second trailer of it, which is really.
You think we're gonna get a trailer for each one? Because they didn't need to do one for this, but they did it for him. Like, are we gonna get what is it? Remove Arm Boy trailer?
Oh, I doubt it. I will say that after the movie is out,
or a King Shark trailer.
After the movie's out, I bet you whatever character that becomes meme worthy will probably get its own trailer. Maybe I think you might be right about that. That's a possibility for sure. What I do think is interesting though is that a couple of things. Number one, this is not the only DC movie right now because this is their biggest one coming out in August, but also this week it looks like we got The Flash is actually starting. And apparently Michael Keaton's on set, which is interesting. And so has the sequel.
A bunch of people up in arms for this one.
Yeah, I know. And then Shazam has started. Shazam 2. Matter of fact, Sandberg, the director, I can't remember his first name.
Andy Sandberg?
Negative, not Andy. But Sandberg said that or he showed a picture of the new suits for all of the people that are part of the Shazam's universe, all the heroes. So it looked really cool. If you did you guys get it?
The Shazam family?
Yeah, the Shazam family. Yeah, it looked really cool.
I saw it in passing. I noticed the suits are like they're not comically big anymore. I don't know if anyone else noticed that.
They're a little more streamlined. I agree. I saw that too. Yeah, Shazam family. I agree with that. They look a little more streamlined. I'm very excited for Shazam. I think I'm more excited for Shazam than I am The Flash because I love the first Shazam movie, so it's kind of exciting. So
when does Flash come out?
2023.
Who knows?
Shazam. Well, the director said he put a date on it. Is that they're looking at 2023. So we got at least 2 years. Yeah. So very interesting.
But nobody cares. Nobody cares about The Flash.
No. The Flash is coming up, but the Shazam movie is 2023. But I don't know about the Flash movie. I am concerned, but I mean, I can't wait to see it. I'm very concerned about it, but I can't wait to see it. I mean, this is gonna for Andy Muschietti, the guy who's directing the Flash. This is gonna be a very
Muschietti.
It's gonna be a tough road to hoe. This if their basis is the Flashpoint comic.
I hope not. I know it will be, but I hope not.
Yeah, so it's going to be very much based on that, and they're going to take liberties with it. But if that's the case, I'm very interested to see how it works, how that movie's going to work together. I think that, and I do think that the Flash movie is coming out before Shazam is. So if I'm not mistaken, with my release dates. But
for those in the audience wondering, like I am a big fan of the Flash, but it's my feeling that they haven't earned Flashpoint yet. No. Flashpoint is something you build up to, and they have not earned it.
I think the biggest problem with that statement is the fact that they think that they believe that is the easiest jumping in point for people that don't know about the Flash.
Yeah, by revamping the entirety of the universe,
right,
starting over,
right,
just so it can get reset in a no. Bad move.
Yeah.
Bad move.
But they did it. What season of the television show did they do it? They like worked up. It was like 2 or 3, right?
No, it was like
4. It was like later. Yeah, 4 or 5
later. Yeah, but here's the issue with that, and this is why I'm saying that this is going to be the jumping in point for the people that don't know the Flash. Number one, but it's also a jumping in point because this is DC's opportunity to, of course, get the multiverse going, different planets. You know what I'm saying? Or different Earths, I should say. As we all know, the Batman.
I just wish it wasn't Ezra, man. He runs so freaking weird. Why does he run like that?
I don't know. The flailing, is it the flailing of the arms?
What is that? I don't. Who runs like that? No one runs like that, especially not the Flash.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that.
And he's always tripping. Why is he always tripping?
They were watching because he runs like that. They were watching like a 1930s black and white Bosco cartoon, and they're like, "We want our Flash to run like that."
Who would want that? Run. That's
we want spaghetti noodle arms and legs. Do that.
Still stupid.
It's interesting to me that I know that this is funny. It's like I have had zero problem with any of Zack Snyder's casting of the heroes, except for the Flash. It seems like, and maybe it was purposeful, so maybe it's something that I don't understand.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah, but it seems like Ezra Miller's Flash does not fit in that universe. You know what I mean? It's weird. Flash is a little more, and this is weird. Flash isn't he's not a bumbler. He's an arrogant prick a little bit. You know what I mean? He's a little arrogant. He's a little, Can
I just say I know the Zack Snyder version. Sorry about that. My printer was on. The Zack Snyder version of the Flash. Like those comments are kind of justified until you see the Snyder cut. And the one thing to me, the one scene that I'll use to defend the Snyder cut is that Flash scene where he saves the day, where it's the Flash's moment, and you had to
that could have been anyone.
Yeah, I agree with Phormat. That did feel like that could have totally been anyone else.
He's running so fast, he's going faster than light. So he's going backwards?
No.
That could have been Grant Gustin.
What a different guy.
Yeah.
I like the way Ezra Miller emotes in that scene. I'm not gonna lie, I like him as an actor. So
it really sucks that to be fair, that scene didn't amount to much in the cut. You know what I mean? And that was kind of
to me that scene justified.
I thought it was visually stunning. I thought it was
incredible.
Agreed.
That was the moment of that movie for me.
I agree 100%. I mean that was I'm not disparaging the scene because I thought the scene was great. It just I wish that had led up to something more from the.
Well, I think what made that scene so powerful is Ezra Miller as an actor. He's able to get those emotions out of those scenes. I'm just saying that one scene kind of justifies a lot of what came before it that might not have been that great, you know. For me at least, I appreciate at least we got that moment.
Well, hopefully, yeah, he doesn't screw up the Flash movie. So we'll see.
I'm sure he will. He'll be tripping all over himself.
Well, he's gonna trip at least twice in this next
at least. It's like, come on, dude. Running is like your thing.
I
should know how to run.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I gotta sign off tonight, but I do want to say congratulations, Todd, for getting to watch Rick and Morty season 5, episode 1. I saw it's on YouTube right now. If anybody didn't see it, and it's super good. All right,
it's super good.
All right, get the hell out of here, Alika. All right, see you later. All right, so thank God we're getting rid of we took.
I just for me, I think that the Flash in Justice League, you get that scene where he's like, I haven't fought anybody. He just runs really fast and saves people. So I think that like for a guy who hasn't fought anybody, then finally fights people in Justice League, I think he's still trying to figure out his superpower. That's why it's all over the place. That's why he runs all kind of goofy, because he's still trying to figure out how to control himself, I think, better. He's still kind of really early in the game. I think he's like Flash pre-television series almost, you know.
Well, what's interesting to me is that I think that I don't understand the concept of the one thing that the Flash does well. He's a cut up at it. He sucks at it. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it. Maybe, but I don't know. I'm with you guys. I'm kind of with you guys on that. Like I don't get it. I don't understand it, and I don't. The one thing that he's supposed to be good at, which he's been doing for quite some time, but he sucks at it. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? What's
the running? Like he's tripping all over himself all the time. I agree with that.
I mean, we really don't know how long he's been doing it.
I mean, to Todd's point, like the opening Flash sequence, with the car accident and the pet shop.
Yeah.
Like that whole scene is amazing because he's, you know what I mean? He's doing the Flash. He's doing the Flash thing. But anything past that point, it's like he's like learning how to do what he does.
Yeah.
I would like to present to you guys Exhibit A from our good buddy Ron Cataguy. Jimmy Jr. from Bob's Burgers actually runs better than the Flash. So thank you, Ron Cataguy. You're absolutely right. Look, that's
Jimmy
a run.
Jr. is also quite the dancer.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
So, I agree with him 100%. I think he does actually run better. But overall, though, I mean, I'm looking for.
Well, they run about the same, really.
How dare you? I don't see Jimmy Jr. doing this. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Seeing you do that is wow.
Right? Right? Can
Maybe I mean but you see him in the comics stretching out his arms and flailing wildly. So maybe it's something that Zach said he wanted
to exaggerate.
He wanted Miller to do it during the, this is how he's drawn. So maybe try to base your run on the way that he's drawn.
Hey, Todd, when we're making argument about something like this, stop making sense about it. Okay. Because you really ruined the conversation. When you're making sense about,
I just thought maybe you guys,
Yeah, don't bring your logic and your comic book thoughts into this. What the hell's your problem, dude?
I know.
If Alika was here, he'd shout you down.
Yeah, he'd shut you down. Yeah,
he'd be like, no.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. But anyway, very excited to see the Flash. Very excited for Shazam. And I think it's time to move on to Todd's favorite subject, Marvel. Because of course, as you know, Loki episode 2 was on about the same time last week, and tonight is episode 3. So really quick, let's go around the table. We don't have to take too long with it. Todd, Loki episode 2, what do you think?
Well, I mean, we kind of buried the lead last episode when I think it was Gannon or maybe it was Alika. He was all, I hope that Loki's not abroad. The other Loki is not abroad.
And lo and behold,
He's broad.
Yeah.
So and Phormat didn't even flinch. He kept his poker face. He was just like, I'm not gonna give anything away. You guys are gonna. I know, and I'm not gonna tell you. And I appreciate that. Yeah, I think it's a really interesting series. I think it's really great for the Marvel fans out there that are into theory crafting, and I think I'm excited to see where it's going to go next.
Phormat, you obviously got an advanced copy of that. Why don't you share your thoughts now, since you didn't have the opportunity last time?
Yeah, advanced copy, and I had to sit on that information for 3 weeks.
Yep.
While everyone got caught up slowly, week after week.
Yeah. What'd you think?
Oh man, so good! It's such a great show. I agree with Todd. It's definitely a theory crafter show. There's a lot of theories that are buzzing around Lady Loki right now. So. Yeah, I'm stoked to see where it goes.
Can I ask you a question?
Sir, yes, sir.
For you guys that are sitting here and enjoying that, or watching that show and enjoying it, there's some criticism around the interwebs, and I kind of agree with it a little bit. It seems like there's a lot of exposition, like a lot more exposition than I was expecting. So it seems like there's a lot of nothing, and this is not me. I'm just saying that this is kind of the commentary that I'm getting, that the exposition is not leading anywhere. It seems like nothing keeps happening. They keep sitting at tables and talking, or is that just misconception?
It's their version of a slow burn. You know, the slow burn that WandaVision was, that everybody hated.
Yeah,
this is the same thing. It's they don't like it because they don't understand it. And
Gotcha.
Towards the end of the series, everything's gonna click, and because it's a Marvel movie, it has to click. So everyone's gonna be stoked and happy and be like, "Oh my god, why didn't they just tell us this?" That kind of stuff.
Do you think? And here was another criticism, which I actually kind of thought.
I think it's gonna be even more of that in the next episode, because Lady Loki and our Loki are together, right? So there's gonna be a lot of yapping.
That's true. And I didn't think about this until it was brought to my attention. Do you think that and maybe I'm wrong about this, but do you think that Loki is not being given the proper reverence that he should be, considering who he is in the universe? I mean, he's kind of being kicked around, like, is that,
because he doesn't all of his titles and ranks and everything that he holds mean nothing in the TVA.
Right.
Like, none of that holds any power there.
Right. Yeah, Carl in the chat did say, "Good point, G. Too much talk," which I do find, and to be fair to Phormat and to Todd, is that I do believe that the theory crafting is the portion that kind of works for the show, and that is, and I get that. And Richard in the chat says something interesting. First 3 episodes for setup, and the second 3 episodes for the action too.
Hell yeah, dude! It's totally gonna end in the sky beam. You watch.
Sky beam's great.
So, sometimes with Loki and with the success of, I would say, WandaVision, and with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think that I can
you called it by its regular title?
Can you believe it?
No snowman this time?
I think it's okay for me to give Marvel the benefit of the doubt with the Loki series, even though I'm having a little bit of a rough time with it.
Yeah.
I think I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'll see where this leads us. And if
it's fun stuff.
And if I have anything to complain about, I'll complain about it at the end of the other 3, the next 4 episodes.
There you go.
Yeah. So I'll just give them the benefit of the doubt for sure.
Is it another 8? Are we getting another 8? Or
from what I understand,
it's
6. Yeah. So it's 6 for Loki.
Cool.
Now, the other thing that I noticed too is
I have a feeling I'm gonna wish there were more episodes.
I have a feeling that Loki, and I could be completely wrong about this, is just me pontificating. I think that Loki seems to only be 6 episodes because I think it seems like it has the biggest budget. You know what I mean? Is that just me? You think it has? I mean,
that's fair. I mean, you can get computers for pretty cheap nowadays.
That is fair. That is fair, sir. Kai, are you all in with Loki now? Are you good? Thanks, Kai. Appreciate it.
No, sorry,
anyways,
there's the delay. Something's up with my computer lately.
Oh, okay. I said, what did you think of Are you on board with Loki or what?
Yeah, let's see where it goes. I kind of think that what we saw was not Loki.
Oh, so you're saying that the woman is not Loki? Is that what you're saying?
Oh man!
Oh,
here we go with the hexes again.
Here we go. All right.
I kind of want to throw it out.
Is it Mephisto? Is it Mephisto?
No, Enchantress.
Oh, Enchantress. Interesting.
It's possible. I mean, she's an Asgardian too, right? So I guess it fits.
Yeah.
It does make sense. That does make sense. I completely agree. It's definitely possible. Now, moving on to some other interesting news that I thought I'd mention. Paramount, moving on from Marvel to this, Paramount Pictures has announced the title of the new live-action Transformers movie, and that title is Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
Boo!
We already.
Are you saying we're getting Beast Wars?
Boo!
We already knew that one of the upcoming Transformers movies would be an adaptation of Beast Wars, and the film is being directed by Stephen Caple Jr., the man responsible for Creed 2, from a script written by Darnell Medayer and Josh Peters, which is based on the previous script by Joby Harold. During the announcement presentation, producer Lorenzo Di Bonaventura talked about the project, saying, quote, "We wanted to give the audience a lot of new. We have exhausted, I would say, the battle between the Autobots and the Decepticons. How do we find a new set of villains and priorities? Saving the world is left to the Autobots, and in this case, the Maximals. Part of the new news, if you've seen the other movies, you're going to see villains you've never seen before and a lot of elements we've never done before. The story, now get this, guys. The story of the film will be set in 1994, and it was revealed that the main hero of the movie will be Optimus Prime, and he will be sporting a design similar to his G1 design. But it will have more of a modern flair.
Oh my God! It's gonna have neons.
Bumblebee will also be back, and this time he's more of an off-road Camaro. The movie.
Why can't we have a Beetle? Why can't we have a Beetle?
The movie will also take place in locations such as Brooklyn.
To be fair, Kai, that's Volkswagen's fault.
New York, yeah, that is true.
That's true.
New York and Peru, where they are filming at Machu Picchu. Caple Jr. went on to say, "quote unquote." Get this out. Get this. The director says, "I care so much about this character, and I saw Bumblebee. I wanted to get underneath the metal, if you will, and explore his experience on Earth."
Whoa.
And
that sounds like some weird kink.
He's my main robot. We are going G1. Yes, we are going G1 Optimus Prime, quote unquote. The director of the film also shared that the film will feature more than...
He's going to have a drop kit, a spoiler, and some neons. You watch.
The director of the film also shared that the film will feature more than Autobots and Decepticons. The film will introduce, get this, the Terracons, who are a new threat to Optimus Prime, as well as the Predacons.
Where's my yawn emoji?
So we're getting dinosaur, we're getting T-Rex Megatron out of this?
Well, according to, get this, and if I can go on if you'd like. According to the
please do.
Here's another quote. "We wanted to expand the universe. We have the Autobots and the Decepticons, and I would say my new flair to this is the Terracons," Caple Jr. said.
Flair.
The Terracons are a new threat to Optimus Prime, and it's something I pride myself on when entering the franchise. I've done Rocky with Creed, and you bring the nostalgia that fans want, but also bring something they aren't expecting, and the Terracons are that. He says, quote, "The Predacons in our film are more reptilian in nature. We've seen a few in the other Transformers films, but we've never had the chance to focus in on their logo, their tribe, if you will. And we will get to see another side to them." I guess it's all about building.
Are they going to have rub signs? Can they have rub signs?
It's all about building a backstory to these characters that are more than just let's take over the world. Okay? According to the report, Mirage will be joining the Autobots team and will transform into a Porsche 911. RC will also be joining the team as a Ducati. There's also a
Ducati.
Mm-hmm.
What
is up with the ladies being bikes? What is
There's also a character named Nightbird, and she will transform into a Nissan GTR.
Yeah, because that sounds like a Nightbird.
As for the villains, the reason why I'm going over this so much is because it irritates Phormat. As for the villains, Megatron isn't the main villain in this one.
Of course,
Scourge, the leader of the Terracons, will be the main villain. Apparently, he enjoys killing Transformers, and after he kills them, he keeps their insignia as a memento. All right, Phormat, get ready for this. As for the Beast War characters, 3 of them were revealed, and they include Aerozor, which is a bird, Rhinox, which is a rhino, and Optimus Primal, who is a gorilla, and he is the leader of the Maximals.
That's going to be one big gorilla.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting a new Transformers movie, The Rise of the Beasts.
Oh, God. I get a headache right now.
I could not be more excited because I love The Last Night. I thought The Last Night was fantastic. So Transformers The Last Night was off
I hate
the
you
charts.
so much.
I know you did. But it was great.
Phormat's ready. Go with him.
Oh, man. I think I have heartburn. I don't know what that is. What is this?
Like I said, I think we're going to do a commentary on maybe we'll do a commentary on one of the Transformers movies, and Phormat will have to be there with us to do a commentary on one of them.
I already agreed to it. Aron said he'd pony up the movies, and we'll do 1 through, I don't know, 11. How many of these are there? I haven't watched any of them.
Only 5.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, and then we'll do live commentary over it.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Well, listen.
What a bad move. Wow.
Really?
Hollywood
Terracons.
Not
and he's collecting emblems. Scourge. Oh, dude. Scourge is such a second. Oh, man.
You can see Phormat just hatred right now.
He's such a bench warmer.
To be fair, has there any been a good Transformer movies since then?
I don't know. I've only ever seen the first one.
Yeah,
and I thought it was an okay big robot movie, but I wouldn't call it the Transformers.
Hey, listen, first of all, if Cullen is back, then it's a Transformers movie, pal. All right? So
I don't know.
Anyway.
Not since the animated series, I liked anything of them.
You know, Cullen and they're in the D&D animated series. Does that make it a Transformers movie?
That's a good point. Does it?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
Cullen does a voice Avenger, so
his voice is iconic. So I mean, you definitely believe that he's Optimus Prime. So I agree. I mean, listen, if you can make your money and live well on just being the voice of Optimus Prime, I got to give that guy props. You know what I mean? That's what he's good at. So good on that guy. Also, in some more interesting news, it looks like Watchmen series executive producer Tom Spezialy recently signed an overall deal with Amazon Studios. Yeah, he signed an overall deal with Amazon Studios, and under that deal, get this, he has joined Sony's upcoming Marvel series, Silk. According to the report, Spezialy will serve as executive producer and showrunner on the series alongside executive producer Lauren Moon, who also wrote the Silk TV adaptation. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse producers, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, the original the original directors of Solo, are executive producers on Silk with Spider-Man franchise producer Amy Pascal. Silk is a fan
They were
favorite.
the what? Executive producers?
They're the executive producers on
For Solo?
Phil Lord and Chris Miller were the actual directors until they were taken off the project, and Ron Howard was supposed to do it. I
can't wait to find out more about where Silk got her gloves from, and where maybe Silk got her boots, or what other useless things that we learned from the Solo movie.
How dare you? The Solo movie is much better than I expected. Anyway, Silk is a fan favorite Korean American superhero character that was created by Dan Slott and Humberto Ramos, and she made her comic book debut in 2014 in The Amazing Spider-Man Volume 3, number 1.
Can you say that name again?
Which one?
Humberto.
It's Humberto Ramos.
One of the things that should be noted is that Cindy Moon, the character of Silk, is actually bitten by the same spider that bites Pete.
Yeah.
Wow. Todd, you didn't know that, did you?
Oh, he knew.
No.
I'm sure he did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He knows everything. He's like the ultimate Marvel fan, so he would know.
Is that why he wears his hair so high? Because his brain is so big?
Yeah.
Got it.
He's trying to emulate the large forehead of the Watcher.
According to Murphy, is it safe to assume that Michael Bay exhausted all the good material? I'm assuming he's talking about Transformers. No.
Yes.
Here's the thing.
In every movie that Michael Bay has ever done, he's exhausted.
How dare you?
Period.
Yes.
Full
Murphy,
stop.
I will say this.
I agree with Phormat.
Michael Bay said after 3 that was when he made 3, Transformers Dark of the Moon, he said that was his last one. And then he did the Mark Wahlberg one, Age of Extinction, and he said that was his last one.
Yeah.
And then he said, I'm going to do one more. That's The Last Night. And that was his last one. So technically, he's now finally fulfilling his own prophecy. Last Night was his last one, and we're moving on to other Transformers. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
According to Carl, another movie franchise that needs to end last year, Fast and the Furious. How
dare you, sir?
How dare you, Carl? How dare
Fast
you?
and the Furious is a wonderful franchise that should have moved forward with their idea of not including Vin Diesel after the first movie.
I will say this. I just want you to know something, Carl, and this will put
because
you
it's all about family.
I will say
living your life a quarter mile at a time.
Quarter mile at a time.
Whether you win by an inch or a mile, Brazil.
I will say
the
this.
first movie at this point because it's far away from.
No. But here's what I want Carl to know. I'm going to put Carl at ease right now. I want Carl in the chat to know that the Fast and the Furious franchise, as we know it, is ending. Fast 9 is not the last one, but get this. This may put you at ease, Carl. They are filming Fast and the Furious 10 and 11 at the same time, and 11 will be the last one in the original franchise series. So just to put
spin-offs.
Are we gonna get a Tokyo Drift series then?
It's possible. The Fast and the Furious is not going anywhere, but the series as we know it is going to change.
Hey, since we're talking about fast movies, like who do you guys want to come back? I think it'd be really interesting since they keep bringing back. How dare you, sir?
Fast and the Furious should drive Transformers. Joel says that's a good idea.
Oh God!
Well, pretty soon. I mean, they're going to space.
They're going to space. They could.
Then they'll be drifting planets.
So, Phormat, what were you saying about? What were you saying? Who should drive what?
No, I was saying who do you think could come back? Because like Han's coming back. They keep bringing back people that apparently died. So, who do you think should come back?
Next one, final Fast and the Furious 10. The obvious answer would be Paul Walker.
Didn't Gal Gadot's character that died? I got killed.
Well, no, not necessarily. She fell into the darkness. So, you know what I mean? Like, She could have fell into an airbag or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Plus, the thing is, she's alive because I don't know if you remember the extended cut of that show. Okay, there's always an extended cut for Fast and Furious. As soon as she jumps out of the plane and Han, is moving in the plane. I don't know if you guys heard it, but this is what I heard. So
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So as soon as she falls out of that plane, that's exactly what I heard. So, anyway.
Yeah, and then she started lassoing some lightning, and oh man, it was crazy.
Yeah, there you go. Sweet. To be fair, Murphy does bring up a very interesting point. The white guy from Tokyo Drift. First of all, Murphy, his name is Lucas Black.
What a terrible name.
And he actually was in, I believe it was Fate of the Furious. He was in 8. So, but not for long. But I hope he does come back. I like him. I like his southern twang, and I think he's a good fit for Fast and the Furious.
They should bring back the actor that played him, but he can play Paul Walker's character.
Ooh.
Well, Joel says Fast and the Furious Walking Dead starring Paul Walker. I mean, anything's possible.
And they're just mowing down deads in the street.
Yeah. I think it's possible.
Drifting through them all.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's possible. I will say this. I have to say that because Fast and the Furious 9 or Fast 9 is premiering this Friday at the theaters, this could be the movie that actually brings more people to the theater. So we're gonna find out, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I did get tickets for the premiere, so I'm actually going out and watching this movie. So
good for you, dude.
I'm very excited. Yeah, I don't want to go by myself, but apparently I don't have any friends, so I'm gonna do it by myself.
Well,
what about Aron? Aron loves you. He'll do anything for you.
And more so, he loves the Fast franchise.
Yeah, he'll go with me. That's what I meant to say. I didn't mean the other. I didn't mean the other.
I don't know. I can't think of who would be a good fit to come back. I mean, Lucas Black, make sure.
Gal Gadot.
Well, what if they brought back DK himself? I mean, he didn't die, so I mean, he's still alive technically. But I don't know why they would fit him into the group. Who was the computer nerd in the first one? Did he die? I can't remember.
I don't think he died. I can't remember his name.
I have a feeling he got gunned down in the street or something. I can't remember.
I thought. Wait, I'm trying to remember now. It's like
Joel has a very interesting casting choice. They should replace Vin Diesel with Adam Sandler.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
A good buddy of mine and a very talented artist, Noble Yuki, says, bring in the Mach 5 speed racers, show those fools how to really drive. And he does the driving with a monkey. So good on him. So, yeah.
It should be noted that the Mach 5 was outfitted with, little like ejector stuff and all that stuff well before the Fast Furious stuff came around.
I am
with all those gadgets.
There is one thing.
Wasn't Speed Racer in Tokyo Drift? Or am I misremembering that whole movie?
I think you might be. Just because it takes place in Japan, Todd, doesn't mean Speed Racer is in it. It's a bit prejudiced, don't you think, pal?
Wow.
Huh?
Yeah, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. You can see that scene with Astro Boy flying across the skyline.
Listen, this was a bit of a late post from somebody who said he had to leave the show, and it relates to Transformers, and I thought it was kind of funny. When Bay did the last Transformers, his penis transformed into a rocket and left this Earth. I'm not sure what that means, Alika, but I think you said it in good faith. So thank you. Good on you.
That's good faith?
Yeah.
What?
According to Alika, Speed had drones before drones were drones, bro. Quote unquote. That is also true. I have a very. It's interesting to me that Fast and the Furious, Nobuyuki, wasn't Godzilla in Tokyo Drift?
He definitely was. I totally saw him. Yeah,
man, I can't believe these guys. Oh, Murphy got a good one. Bring back little Bow Wow's character as a villain, all jacked up on roids and mad driving skills.
And he's still trying to sell flip phones.
Yes, yes.
The latest
Carl
in
the
technology.
Chat, if there is a Yugo in the next Fast and the Furious, I may consider watching. Hey, I'd be in. As that series goes on, the more and more I like it because it realizes how ridiculous it is, and I think it embraces it, and I think that's important, and I like it. I think the only thing
I think that's fair to say. They took themselves way too serious, like the first two outings, and then they like let loose after 4. I think 4 is when they started like.
Loosening up.
We're really this is really stupid what we're doing, so let's lean into it.
And they totally did, and it was a good choice for them. And I think the only thing that bums me out is that, of course, I think The Rock really transformed that series when he was in Fast 5. Fast 5.
You know what bums me out is that Vin Diesel got the Chronicles of Riddick off of this.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
To be fair to him, I will say that Pitch Black is good and Riddick is good. The Chronicles of Riddick, not so much. Too bad for him. According to Alika, street racer community on Maui was diehard for the first 3 movies. The QKC parking garage legit looked like the movie set for those premieres. Yeah, interesting. All right, I had no idea. That's pretty crazy. So we're gonna be getting Fast. We're getting Fast 9, which is pretty spectacular. And by the way, before we bury the lead, Silk is coming as the next Marvel series, animated, by the way. Also,
it's animated. I didn't realize it was animated.
Yeah, it's gonna be animated.
I guess they would have to.
There is also some very big news that I wanted to share that has come out of Hollywood that may transform the way the Hollywood system works forever.
All right, who touched who now?
Kevin Spacey is bad. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa. Damn. You mean I can watch Baby Driver again? Nice.
Yeah, you can watch Baby Driver again without being looked down upon. No. What is happening is that Steven Spielberg's production company, Amblin Partners, has signed a major deal with Netflix in a change that is a pretty big deal in Hollywood. Now, for those of you that do not know, Steven Spielberg said the biggest competition for theaters were streaming services like Netflix, and he didn't want anything to do with them. So Steven Spielberg is now, I think he understands the pivot that is happening in Hollywood and streaming services. Get this, the deal will allow Amblin to produce multiple new feature films for the streaming service every year. This is a huge get for both parties, as Spielberg is such a highly sought after collaborator, and the competition between streaming services is extreme, to say the least. Variety reports that the deal is a bit of a surprise after there were rumors that Spielberg was a skeptic of Netflix in 2019, just like I had said, when a report alleged that he urged the Academy of Motion Pictures and Arts and Sciences to bar day and date streaming releases from being eligible for the Oscars. I do remember that controversy.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Sources close to the director, since we're part of the Hawaii Film Critics Society, we knew about that firsthand because that was interesting how that went into how we.
Yeah, I was confused that year about like what to vote on because they were saying don't vote on Netflix things because they never made it to the theater.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely.
But Netflix kept sending screeners, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna watch them.
Yeah, exactly. Sources close to the director, however, dispute that Spielberg ever tried to bar Netflix from eligibility. He later clarified his position in a statement to the New York Times in which he denied he had tried to prevent Netflix from winning Oscars.
Lies. Lies.
Yeah, that's true. He also reaffirmed his support for the theatrical experience while stating, quote, "I want people to find their entertainment in any form or fashion that suits them. Big screen, small screen. What really matters to me is a great story, and everyone should have access to great stories."
So the red light district.
Yeah.
Great stories.
Spielberg said in a statement, At Amblin, storytelling will forever be at the center of everything we do. And from the minute Ted and I started discussing a partnership, that's his partner, it was abundantly clear Ted is his partner, not his like real life partner, but his partner in business.
Oh, I was like, I swore he was married.
Yeah, he's married to Kate Capshaw. It was abundantly clear that we had an amazing opportunity to tell new stories together and reach audiences in new ways. This new avenue for our films, alongside the stories we continue to tell with our longtime family, Universal, and our other partners, will be incredibly fulfilling for me personally, since we get to embark on it together. And I can't wait to get started with Netflix and the entire Netflix team. So,
in other words, Netflix said, "Hey, here's a pile of money," and Spielberg was like, "Hey, we're buddies."
Yeah, Amblin as Netflix movies will not have any budgetary or genre requirements attached to them. They may also receive some type of theatrical release, as have other Netflix picks, such as The Irishman and Marriage Story, but that will be decided on a case-by-case basis.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, very big news for Hollywood. This shows a transition in the Hollywood system. It is quite. I don't want to say it's alarming for sure, but I do want to say that I think that this is that COVID-19 has sped up this process to where we are now, and I think they understand that the pivot is happening, and Steven Spielberg and the guys at Amblin Partners are ready to embrace it. And for Spielberg to get behind it is a big deal. So good on him for embracing it. Anyway, last couple things before we get into maybe some games and some video releases. And I also want to know what Todd is reading right now. Also,
I'm drawing something.
No. Like as in comics. I don't know what you're reading.
Oh.
Yeah. I do want to share this. As of for those of you that don't know, I forgot to do this earlier. Murphy in the chat says Jaws reboot starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks, which is possible.
I'm for it. Let's go with that.
E.T. According to Alika, E.T. meets his cousin Mac and me, and they have a whistling jam. Alika would also like to see finally getting an E.T. 2, which is also possible. The extraterrestrial. Very cool. I can see that already happening. But
I wonder if there'll be guns in this one.
Ooh,
it might be.
Instead of them pointing radios at each other.
Let me tell you something. I did you know that Spielberg actually disavows the fact that he cut out the guns? Now he doesn't. He didn't like the fact that he didn't like that he went back and put in the walkie-talkies.
Oh yeah, of course he didn't.
Yeah. So that was interesting
because he knows how stupid it looks.
It's so stupid. I agree. Anyway, I do want to talk about this next film. It is another trailer. This will be the last trailer I play for the night. And it was one that I totally had forgotten about, and I'm glad that I just remembered it. This one is the brand new trailer for Henry Golding as Snake Eyes, for anybody that has not seen it.
Hey, it's the white guy from Tokyo Drift. Well, I would have hoped he would have won after that.
Yeah, it would kind of make obvious.
Push boy.
Ooh, the deadliest catch.
This man betrayed our trust. Do it.
Do it.
You saved my life. We are going home. I don't have a home.
So is that Snake Eyes and
Stormchild?
Yeah.
Might be.
I can't change your past, but I can offer you a purpose. For 600 years, our ninja have brought peace to the world. I believe in you.
Alright, what do I have to do?
I gotta get in my sword now.
The 3 challenges of the warrior.
What is this music saying?
I don't know.
I gotta get in my Zord now. What the?
He's his zone now.
If you survive, you will gain access to our knowledge and our power.
Cobra is coming.
What's Cobra?
A shadow organization devoted to global revolution.
So who's that? Is that Baroness?
They look like Baroness to me.
Yeah.
Do I know you?
I know you, Snake Eyes.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
This is your destiny.
I'm Hallelujah. I guess I don't know.
I'm on a new level.
That's
Boo! Boo!
I don't. Okay. I can.
If they start doing PSAs using the live actors, I'd be okay with this.
Can I tell you something that I think that I'm okay with? I'm okay with Henry Golding being Snake Eyes. I'm okay with the fact that he's Asian. Not a problem. He's not originally Asian, but I have no issue with that. I will take issue with something with this movie.
No wolf.
That is also a big and the fact that Jinx too, that's the other thing. But that's just me. I don't know how to explain this and without it sounding stupid. I don't like the fact that Snake Eyes talks.
Maybe he will not talk after this movie.
In the chat, Joel says at the top, he talks a lot to be Snake Eyes. Exactly what I was talking about.
Right. Maybe
Carl
he
says,
takes a vow of silence after this.
They should make a no dialogue Snake Eyes movie, which I kind of agree with.
Just play it back in mute.
Yeah.
Alika says the G.I. Joe PSAs with the live action actors is a genius idea.
I'm telling you, man.
Now
that would be dope.
That could be me holding on to the remnants of what I know as G.I. Joe. But the point is that isn't Snake Eyes supposed to convey his points without having to say a word? I thought that was kind of his forte. He's anyway, I know that it's hard to make a movie with a main character that doesn't speak. I understand that.
They can make it afterwards where he loses his ability to speak.
It's possible, and which I guess is fine. But once again, I think that this.
What if he did the entire movie in American Sign Language?
Joel brings up a good point. Maybe Storm Shadow cuts his larynx. That would be interesting. I would be okay with that. Alika brings up in the chat, he gets the Wolverine Origins treatment at the end and his mouth gets melted shut. So, and like I said,
and then he falls on a log.
I will say,
whoa.
Yeah, that's what will happen. I think it's okay though. I like I said, I will watch this. It comes out July 23rd, which is right around the corner. I just have a problem with him talking. Other than that, I think it's okay. And the fact they called it G.I. Joe Origins, which is kind of like, the baggage that comes with that is kind of rough. But anyway, so Noble in the chat says, "Are you saying Asians shouldn't have a voice in Hollywood?" Yes, Noble Yuki. In this case, for this character, absolutely, I'm saying that.
Damn, what a stance to take there.
I know,
G.
what a stance. Jeez, I know
man.
it's a rough stance. I know, but ultimately, I think that the G.I. Joe series needs a resurrection, and I think this may be the franchise that kicks it. This may be the character that kicks it off, and it's a good character to kick it off with. I don't see this happening.
I mean, he's definitely a fan favorite, so yeah. For sure.
Yeah,
but where do we go after this? Do we bring back Channing Tatum?
Shut up! He was great.
What was Channing Tatum's character again? Was he Duke?
He was Duke.
He was Duke.
And then
and Marlon Wayans.
I want them to bring back Dennis Quaid as Hawk.
Oh. Yeah, I think he fit.
Was there a Flint in this one? Those ones? I don't remember.
Okay, if I'm casting my fantasy G.I. Joe movie, I would definitely have Snake Eyes. Okay. I would definitely have Storm Shadow. I would have Jinx. I would also have Roadblock. I would also have Alpine. For sure. And of course, for the female, Beachhead's good, but the female leads, I would need to have back. What's her face?
Lady Jane.
Lady
Scarlet.
Jane. Yeah, Lady Jane and Scarlet. Those are the two. Yeah. So I mean, if I were to fan cast a G.I. Joe movie, those characters are important. But I love Roadblock. I love Alpine. And a fan favorite for mine. Unfortunately, he will never be in a G.I. Joe movie. Sergeant Slaughter. So yeah. That's who I
Why
want.
wouldn't he?
He's too old.
No, why don't you just grab some other dude and call him? Grab the white guy from Tokyo Drift and call him Sergeant Slaughter.
Okay, you could do that. I guess you could do that. Do you think it would be too much to not just have Cobra Commander and Destro, but also Serpentor?
I feel like you got to earn Serpentor.
You think so? Okay. All right. How about
Major Blood?
What is it? The twins. The twins.
Tomax and Zaymot?
Tomax and Zaymot. Yeah, the twins for sure.
Yeah, they'd be dope.
They'd be pretty dope, I think so. Anyway, Todd, I know you love the G.I. Joe series, so I know it's something you'd want to talk about. Oh, Joe brings up a good one. Zartan. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Zartan and the, I forget what they're called, but they all change colors.
Alika brings up a good point. The only person who could play Sergeant Slaughter is the Mountain from Game of
No,
Thrones.
that's such an obvious pick, though. If you grab the white dude from Tokyo Drift, nobody will see it coming.
Nice. Well, before we get into there wasn't much gaming news, but before we get into gaming news, I do want to address Todd Bernardi. Number one, Todd Bernardi.
I'd like to address Todd Bernardi. Mm-hmm. You are Todd Bernardi.
Mm-hmm. I want to address Todd Bernardi. This is going to be his final show. Doesn't know. No, I'm just kidding. What I wanted to ask you.
What a way to
Todd,
find out.
Number one, you are working hard on your latest issue of the Kukui Project. How is that going?
Though? I don't know. He looks pretty relaxed.
It's coming. I'm on 14 and 15. I finished page 13 yesterday. So
fantastic.
We're going on 14.
Good for you, dude.
Now, I'm glad
killing it, man.
Do you have a release date that you'd like to, be in the area of?
That you'd like to burden yourself with?
Yeah.
What I'm hoping is that somebody discovers like the first 10 issues of Kukui Project, and then HBO approaches me and they're like, "Hey, you want to do a series?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I want to do that. That's great. Let's do it." And then they adapt Kukui Project, and I'm still not done with 11 and 12, but I've been telling everybody, well, before the last season for sure. But then I George R.R. Martin it, and I still haven't released it.
And then we get weird videos of you in the backyard playing with bubbles and jumping in pools.
Yeah.
It won't be HBO though. It'll definitely be like Hulu or something.
Yeah. It'll probably be BET.
Well, let me ask you this, Todd. Let me ask you this, Todd.
Yeah.
So here's my question. Now that you're working on that comic, okay,
yeah,
what right now is inspiring you to put that together? What are you reading right now for inspiration?
Everything. I mean, I've been reading a bunch of old comics. I got a bunch of the Pitt and Max, and I went through a bunch of the stuff for the Image crossovers. Back in the day, they kind of were all intermingled. So I went back and read a bunch of that stuff. Savage Dragon is in a bunch of them. Then they did the Invincible War and Invincible, and there was all the Image characters were there for that.
Nice.
So I'm reading a bunch of that. I read. I'm reading The Sweet
Oh
Tooth.
yeah, Sweet Tooth. Yeah, you're reading Sweet Tooth. That's right.
Available at Maui Comics and Collectibles, 10 North Market Street.
Wow.
That's a thick boy.
He should pay you for those.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This is this one's pretty big, but you get the whole series, all 700 pages of it.
Todd, because you're such a famous comic book artist, are you will you be taking questions from the audience tonight? Because there is a question for you. Carl would like to know, Todd, what if Marvel approached you?
Approached me for what?
They were gonna carjack you. What would you do?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a
What if they said that they wanted to produce a Todd Bernardi original?
I don't think that. I mean, they'd have to go through,
Yeah, I know.
They'd have to go. They'd have to go through another 60 years of Marvel comics before they're going to get to running out of ideas. I don't think that that's going to.
All right.
I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that Marvel Comics would approach me to draw any of their comics. I don't really fit the mold.
The mold.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's a mold, Todd, that you don't fit in.
Well, it's a Marvel's got kind of a house style. Everything's very, rounded. I don't know.
Gannon
what
is
if
in
they
the
did?
chat as well? What if Peter North approached you?
Well, no, I would be flattered, of course, but I'd have to decline.
I would say that I think you would jump all over Marvel. That's what I meant. And I think you would actually do that if they gave you 5 issues of, let's say, Squirrel Girl.
Mm-hmm.
You would do it, right?
I mean, probably. But I don't think that they would ever approach a guy like me. I mean, there's a lot of other talented artists that really are passionate about Marvel characters.
All right, but let's say, best case scenario, the entire planet dies out.
Yeah,
and you're what's left.
Yeah,
and Marvel's like, we have no artists anymore.
We're looking for a disheveled, down on his luck, mentally compromised artist to draw these.
Wow.
Yeah.
That we can manipulate. Would you do it?
I mean, and I guess that apocalyptic scenario, I guess it probably would. I don't.
Oh, sell out! No, just fine.
That's awesome.
I don't think that but again, I think that
Gannon in the chat couldn't join us tonight, but he does have a very good question. What if they came to you because you hate them?
I don't think that they would ever do that. I don't think
like,
we
that's not true. That's not true.
They would probably, maybe they would, and then they would say that they were going to offer me a boatload of cash and then pull the rug from underneath me and be like, you compromised your morals. You've got no dignity. We can't work with you.
What if they allowed you to make Spider-Man a Hawaiian guy?
So you guys are talking about this, and I can think of 25 other artists in the Hawaii Comic Book Alliance that would probably.
But they're coming to you.
Yeah, and then I would be
because you're white.
Have you met DJ, or have you met Mark Gould, or have you met even John Murakami? I think could draw Marvel probably better than I could. Nobu in the chat, I bet he's got a really good Marvel story in it. But
you just can't take a compliment, can you?
I think Nobuyuki in the chat has something very important to say. There are a lot of talented artists who are passionate about Marvel characters. Do any of them actually work for Marvel?
I think that Jonathan Hickman and I think that Donnie Cates work for Marvel because they love those characters. They like writing those characters. Nick Spencer, I think, really likes those characters. Jason Aaron, I think, really likes those characters. These guys are all writers. There's a guy that I knew back in college who loved to draw and paint Hulk in Jeff Shaw, and he got to do the Thanos series with Donny Cates at Marvel, and he's done a bunch of other Marvel work, and I think that he did just high on the hog. Loved every minute of it.
Well, Alika in the chat says very interesting stuff. Todd would be sucking peen for sandwiches in the apocalypse. All Marvel would have to do is offer him a pickle. Is that true?
Well, pickles in the apocalypse actually count as currency, so
yeah. I mean, I don't even know if maybe pickled pieces, maybe like just pickled juice. Like I probably would do it for pickled juice.
Ew.
Gannon in the chat, switching gears. More importantly, how does G Money feel about Mexican Supergirl? First of all, two things. Number one, is she legal? Number, I'm just kidding.
Which legal?
I'm just kidding. What I do want.
Now I'm curious.
What I do
Are we talking
know?
about legal in the state, or are we talking about the other legal?
Yeah.
I mean, Greg, it's even if she wasn't, then it's perfect that she's Supergirl because Supergirl and Superman are illegal
both illegal immigrants. That's right. No, what I do want to say is that I don't, and this is something we didn't talk about. I don't like the suit that she's in. I don't like the suit at all. Do you?
The suit's fine.
You like it? All right. I don't like the new suit. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. But yeah, I saw the suit and I was like, eh.
You saw the suit, you're like, and you came in your pants.
No, I didn't like it.
I think Gannon said it's too close to the Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I don't think I've actually seen it though.
Let me see if I can find a shot of it. And I can put it in the chat, or not in the chat, but I can put it on screen for you. I could have swore. Oh, here it is. Got it. Sarah Callie, I believe is her name. That's not the picture I'm looking for. But I guess this will have to do for now. This is what it looks like. This is what the emblem looks like. And let me show that to you right now. Right there. Boom.
On my planet, it means hope.
So.
Oh, it kind of looks like the Cavill.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna try and get.
Although I don't get what this. What is that, like chain through the middle of the S? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that is a weird looking thing right in the middle of the S. Let me see if I can actually find the that picture or that image. There was a picture that.
As far as the symbol goes, I think the symbol's all right. But I mean, I haven't seen the full suit, so I don't know.
Yeah, they showed
Is this Supergirl rocking a cape?
No. Not that we saw. No.
Not that we saw.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So, here it is. I got it. It's not a very big picture, but I got it. This is what it kind of looks like. I will share it with you guys right now. I don't. Carl says he does not care for the suit. Is this the one? Yeah, right here. Boom. What do you think?
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like seeing the symbol by itself, it looks fine, but this looks very Spider-Man like. Yeah, I think Gannon has a point. Wow.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, so.
Huh.
It's an interesting choice.
You think they're going to CGI in the cape? Maybe that's
exactly
why
what Gannon just said. Cape
could
be CG'd
right, cool.
in. Yeah, which is interesting. Yeah, you're right. Gannon is right. Suit does kind of look like Spider-Man. I kind of agree with that. Maybe that's the aesthetic they were going for. Maybe.
Maybe.
But
it'd be interesting when she first steps on screen and then pulls the mask over her head and the eyes emote and stuff.
Can I also say that I know I took it off of the screen. I don't like the indentations for muscles in the torso area.
Those are armor plates.
Are those armor plates? Because it looks weird. It looks really weird.
No, I don't know. I don't know what they are, but I'm hoping they're armor plates.
Yeah, it's an interesting look, but I'll give it a shot. Is she now? Here's what I don't know. She's gonna be in the Flash movie. Is that right? So
I don't know.
She's gonna be in the Flash movie because this was actually posted, if I'm not mistaken, by Andy Muschietti. I don't know if it's a repost or not. I'm not sure. I don't know if he's gonna be in the Flash movie or if this is for the TV show. I'm not sure. If Gannon, if you know,
I mean,
let me know.
different is good if it's for the Flash movie, because I mean that's kind of the point of the Flash movie, right?
Joel says it kind of looks like a Superboy suit. Kinda. I agree with that.
Kind of, yeah. Throw a leather jacket over that bad boy.
Yeah.
Give him some shades.
Gannon being a dick. No, she's in the next Avengers. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, very exciting stuff. Todd, please keep us updated.
I can't wait for the next Avengers.
I know. Todd, keep us up to date on your Kukui project. I mean, let's be honest. You got yourself a little workspace, and you are concentrating on that book, and it would be nice for you to get that off your plate, so you can concentrate on more,
mainstream Marvel superhero work.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. That's what you should be petitioning for. You should start a
I was
change.org
just thinking of
petition.
like your other books.
Yeah.
No. We're talking strictly Marvel. Strictly. That's what he's gonna do after this. He's gonna go straight Marvel.
Because after you complete Kukui project, what's left? You got Mohawk Thunder. You have Hard Candy Aftermath.
Yeah.
What's the lollipop one? Something lollipop.
It's so funny. Whenever you mention stuff to Todd about his own work, he feels so exasperated. It's not like he's excited about it. He's like so exasperated. Like, I don't get it. But
no, I'm excited.
Something about Milkman.
Delivers. I'm excited about Kukui project right now, and I'm getting all those pages done, and but it is it's kind of work. It's not easy.
It's kind of work.
It's not easy to draw and write these things, and so when I approach the next project, whether it's Hard Candy Aftermath or whether it's Mohawk Thunder, I've got a complete picture of what those are going to look like in my head, and it's awesome.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Todd.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. Anyway, moving on. I want to get to our Blu-ray releases really quick. But before I do the Blu-rays, I do want to let you guys know that there are a couple of games that ended up getting released this week. Just today was the release of Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance on PC, Xbox, PS, the PlayStation. Getting terrible reviews, even though it is connected to Dungeons and Dragons. It's not looking good. I've played a little bit of it. It is not very good. I am actually kind of bummed out about that. It's kind of like a action game crossed with Diablo, but it doesn't work, and the camera's terrible. So that came out.
Yeah, I got in on the beta for that, and it was really choppy at best.
Yep.
And it felt like they were trying to do a Gauntlet meets Diablo.
Yep.
Thing, and it just doesn't mix.
No. And that when you, I don't know if in the beta there was this, but that camera actually pulls into the action. And
it was crazy.
And it throws you off completely, in my opinion. It throws you right off because you can't it doesn't seem you can turn the camera fast enough.
Like those of you in the crowd will know what I'm talking about. Like when you in first person view and you back up like into a corner and all of a sudden all you can see is the wall. That's the entire game.
Yeah, it's weird.
And you're like, what the hell?
Yeah,
you have no access. You can adjust the camera somewhat, but it zooms right back in again. And you're just stuck.
And you're stuck. Yeah, I want it to be out so I can, that really bugged me.
Yeah, Diablo style games really benefit from being able to see the entire field.
Right. That's why the isometric view is perfect for that. By the way, just because I'm going to promote a better game, Diablo 2 Resurrected is now available for pre-order on PC and on console. So, that's available to pre-order now. If you are interested, I would highly recommend you guys do that because it looks amazing. So, yeah, that would be my recommendation to all of yous, as they say.
What's your better game thing that you're talking about?
There's also the other game that I was going to talk about is releasing on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Thursday or Friday? I can't remember which.
Thursday.
Super Mario Golf.
Oh yeah, Super Mario Golf. Dude.
Mario Golf Super Rush is what it's called. I'm very excited for that. I pre-ordered that a long time ago, and I'm super hyped for it. It looks really good, and I cannot wait to play it. That seems like a great game for the summertime. So super stoked for that. Very much looking forward to that. And it's going to be really cool. Anyway, any other news that I'm missing as far as gaming news before I move on to Blu-rays, guys? Anything I'm missing?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah, neither can I.
It's been kind of a slow week after E3.
Kind of a slow week. Sure, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Very slow week. Anyway, let's get right into some exciting news. It is Blu-ray releases or hard media releases. Hard media releases for this Tuesday. First off, I want to let everybody know that we are finally getting the 4K release of Nobody, starring Bob Odenkirk, on 4K Blu-ray today. That is the action film that is more or less on the lines with John Wick, but with Bob Odenkirk in the lead. They are doing a sequel that has been announced. Also
Nobody
on Blu-ray,
2?
Yeah, there's going to be Nobody 2.
Nobody else.
Nobody else, right. Also on Blu-ray today.
Nobody again.
Lorber. I don't know what is on this Blu-ray, but there is a Kino Lorber release of Half Baked. One of my favorite. I guess you could say weed movies of all time.
Make sure to check the box lining for a joint.
Yeah, maybe. Great movie. Half Baked is probably one of the best movies about the weed culture. I really like that movie a lot. Also on Blu-ray today is a Career Opportunity starring Jennifer Connelly and what's his name? Is it James Whaley? I think it's James.
Yes.
Yeah. If I'm not
it's
mistaken.
Umberto.
Oh, Frank Whaley, not James. Frank Whaley. Also on Blu-ray today is another underrated film on Blu-ray today, released by Kino Lorber. CB4 the movie is on Blu-ray today as well. That's getting a re-release.
Man, I haven't seen that forever.
It's a great movie. Also on Blu-ray today is The Unholy, movie that was in the theaters for about 2 minutes, and now it's on Blu-ray. Also,
that turnaround time.
Yeah, it's fast. Also on Blu-ray today is, for those of you that enjoy this kind of thing, the Fast and Furious 8 movie collection is out on Blu-ray today.
Just in time so that you can watch 9 and wait for the Fast and Furious 9 collection to come out next year.
That's correct.
No, Jesus Christ.
And last but certainly not least, Batman, The Long Halloween Part 1 is out on Blu-ray and 4K today. Or it's on Blu-ray today, and I believe that there's a Best Buy exclusive for a Steelbook. I'm very much looking forward to this. This film, it looks pretty good, and I believe this is. Do you remember the girl, the actress who passed away? I think it was a little over during COVID. She died. She drowned. Naya Rivera, the one from Glee.
Oh yeah. From Glee.
This is her last performance. Whoa. So she is Naya Rivera. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if I had the casting right, she does play Catwoman. And this is her last official performance. And I'm very much looking forward to it. I can't wait to see. Since there's going to be 2 parts, I'm very excited to see it. The animation looks spectacular. Long Halloween.
What makes it the Long Halloween? Is it like on a leap year? Or
what it is that it never. It's October 31st, but the clock never turns to midnight. It's weird.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's stuck in an eternal October 31st. It's weird. I don't know how Batman's going to deal with that. there's the Joker and Calendar Man and Catwoman. Just all kinds of crazy stuff happening.
Taco eating.
Yeah, well, not in this movie, unfortunately. This one's PG-13.
Heroes don't do that.
Yeah, heroes don't do that. For
Oh,
sure.
only heroes do that.
No.
Is that what it is?
Heroes don't do that. In fact, I'm going to open up a petition that redacts all of Nightwing and Oliver Queen's
Nice
things so that they don't do it.
If I'm not mistaken, we're also going to see Mr. Solomon Grundy. We should, at least in this one. So, The Long Halloween is coming to Blu-ray. I'm very excited to watch it. Anywho, I think that about does it for your 4K and Blu-ray releases for the day. And Joel says only Marvel heroes do it. I agree.
I don't think they do it. I think that they probably.
Oh, what, Todd? What are you going to say? Something disparaging about Marvel? I know.
Well, I mean, I think that Marvel superheroes just lay there and take it.
Wow.
Sorry.
You're crazy.
Sorry,
You're crazy.
I know. It's just I don't hate Marvel. I like Marvel. Please don't send me any more hate mail.
You hate Marvel. It's already there, sir. You don't have to tell us that you hate Marvel because you do. Anyway, Todd Bernardi. Last but not least, Alika talked about it at the beginning of the show, but I want to leave you. I want to leave us with this. Rick and Morty is back for season 5.
Yeah.
Good episode for season 5, season 1, episode 1.
Yeah.
Good.
Worth the wait.
I mean,
I don't know. Are we going to do spoilers? You want me to talk about it?
Yeah. Right before we go, talk about it.
The whole thing is set up for like Rick and Morty are, Morty's starting to get pretty tired of the way that Rick treats him, and the whole thing is kind of set up that Morty crash lands in the ocean, and then because they touch the ocean, then Rick has to renegotiate a treaty with his nemesis, and then Morty wants to save himself. He wants to save the ship and Rick and everything, because he finally is getting a date with this girl he's had a crush on the entire series named Jessica. So Morty is trying to have just a normal date with Jessica, and but Rick is like, well, now I have to renegotiate this treaty with my nemesis, and the nemesis is the King of Atlantis, Mr. Nimbus, which I think is hilarious because Nimbuses are clouds; they don't exist. I don't know, underwater. But so the whole thing, there's all of these. I mean, it's great. Everybody should check it out. And it's funny, and
Well, thanks for that resounding endorsement of Rick and Morty season 5, episode 1. We'll come back to you for more. When is that premiere? I mean, is that every new episode is what? Every Sunday?
Sunday, I think. Yeah.
Oh, every Sunday, fantastic. So Rick and Morty, guys, check it out. It's currently, by the way, if you want to catch up, it is currently on HBO Max for free. So
it's on YouTube too.
It's on Hulu also.
Yeah. So you guys can check that out as well. So if you are a fan. Anyway, gents, what a good show. We're out of time. We're gonna call it a night. All right. So listen, we will be back next week. We'll talk about Loki episode 3. We'll talk about I'm going to talk about Super Mario, or I should say Mario Golf Super Rush next week as well.
Super Mario.
Yeah,
get ready,
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that, pal. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. We'll talk more about any new movies coming out, any new games. We'll talk about that next week as well. And Todd's progress on his comic book, the Kukui Project.
Yeah.
Yet again. Yeah.
And how it's holding them back financially and socially, and
and there's a contract from Marvel sitting in his desk right now that he won't sign. So he's so determined. I do admire your tenacity, though. Admire it very much. So
my resistance
to shill for the man. it's something that I look up to. So good on you. Anyway.
Well, he's so tall.
Yeah, it's true. So tall. Anyway, I had a great time, gents, and we will see you guys next week. So for the guy with the beard, this guy, Todd Bernardi, for Kai, the producer seducer, as well as our good friend Phormat, I am G-Money. Peace out. Much love, and most assuredly, always stay nerdy. We'll see you back here next time on the Nerd Watch. Aloha.